William Morrow and HarperAudio present Lore of the Tides, a novel by Analeigh Sbrana, performed by Marcella Cox. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains a map of the Ma Serac Empire. To every Black reader who grew up looking for themselves on the fantasy shelves, this one's for you. Part 1. The Lavender Lark. Chapter 1. The earth pitched and shifted beneath Lord Alemeyu, as panic clawed up her throat, thick and choking. Oh gods, was this another earthshake? She couldn't see. The room was dark, black as a new moon night. Were towering shelves about to crush her? The ceiling above poised to crack in two? Findrel? Laura rasped, offering the name into the darkness like the small candle of hope it was. Her throat was raw and scratchy, her tongue dry from thirst. Silence answered, punctuated by the howling of a storm, the rustle of branches in the wind. Were they not just together in the hidden garden? With Ember, the fox? No, Ember the moth. Wing beats fluttered delicately upon her shoulder. Laura brushed aside curls to nudge the fox-turned moth, but there was no sweet moth nuzzling her throat. A phantom memory. Laura shook her head. Her thoughts seemed to drift, as though they existed apart from time. A fog, swirling her memories and scattering them like birdseed. The room oscillated again. Prickling vines of fear climbed up her spine. Laura reached for her magic but felt no familiar warmth, no ignition of source. It was night. She should be able to call on her magic. Unless her grimoire was gone. It had been months since she'd been without her grimoire. An ache crested within her as she realized what it meant to be without it, as though she were missing a hand. Dread twisted in her gut, tighter than the tangled sheets clinging to her trembling limbs. She extricated her legs from the sheets and placed bare feet on the floor, holding onto the bedpost for support, as the room spun around her, a dizzying kaleidoscope of blacks and smears of grays. She swayed on her feet against this unceasing, sickening rhythmic sway. An earthshake would be over by now. Laura's stomach heaved, her chest constricting. She pressed the back of one hand to her mouth, scrunching her eyes shut and urging her stomach to settle, though her thoughts were slow turning, like a stagnant swamp. This was not an earthshake. There was something decidedly other about this motion. It was unfamiliar. Laura stretched out an arm, searching in the suffocating darkness. Scrabbling for purchase, she brushed her fingertips along the smooth surface of a table until she found an oil lamp and the cool, rough texture of a flint striker. A spark, a flicker of flame. She spun the knob, adjusting the wick length. In the sudden swell of light, a door came into focus. Laura stumbled toward it, only to collapse against it. Her legs felt insubstantial. The weakness, a horrifying echo of the wildwood, of when poison had coursed through her veins, delivered on the sharp edge of an Alytherian guard sword. But unlike that time, Findrel wasn't by her side. She clasped the door handle with trembling fingers, twisted. The handle did not yield. Locked. Of course it was locked. There seemed to be no doors willing to open for her without an insufferable amount of effort. Laura surveyed the unfamiliar room as despair coiled around her heart, a serpent tightening its vice-like grip with every passing second. The chamber seemed a cruel mockery, a lavish cell gilded with silk cushions, plush rugs, polished floors, and velvet curtains.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?